Hello and good evening. Hey friends. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So it's Sunday, and as promised, here I am going live to talk about Sunday cleansing. Sunday cleansing. Cleansing. Cleansing that's necessary because it's the start of a brand new week. And we're excited about it and we're looking forward to it and all those things. And so I wanted to get on and have a conversation surrounding some of the things that people have been sharing with me that they feel they or we or everyone needs to focus on cleansing themselves of and ridding themselves of and all of those things. And so let's talk about it. Let's get together and talk about it. So my comments over here are a little slow. So I'm using another device as well to kind of see these comments as they come through. So so bear with me as I kind of do that. Christy Washington, hey love. Tequila, hey love. Tammy, Raven, Yamaya, Monique Braswell, Gigi, Mika, hello, hello, hello. Tanya Gordon McDay, thank you, Jesus, that Tanya is on the line. Hey, Tanya. Karen Dennis, hello, hello. Stephanie Alexandra, hello, hello. Tina McCoy, hello. Kirsten, hey, my Kirsten, how are you, love? Amisha, good evening. Dominique Banks, hello, hello. Aisha Richardson, hello. Ashley Bradburn, hey love. Nakisha, hello, hello. Annette, hello. Stephanie Abney, hello. Tony Allen, hey love. And happy anniversary. Y'all wish Tony and Rico Allen a happy anniversary. I think this is year 20 for them. They owe. Tamika Morris, hello. Ashley Jones, hello, hello. Not a celebrity. Melissa Ferrer, hello, hello. Kiara Monet, hello. Laverne Middleton, hello, hello. And good evening. And good evening. All right, so again, today's live this evening, we're just simply talking about Sunday cleansing and talking about some of the things that you all shared in regards to, things that hopefully you all have begun to cleanse in your own life and rid yourself of, and all of those good things like that. So that's what we're talking about and discussing, and hopefully it's helpful for this upcoming week for you. Some comments are popping in over here. Miss Parker, hello. Ann Halls, Melisha, hello, hello. Sade Rickerson, hello. Quanetta, hello. Prayers for a speedy recovery. Know that you had an auto accident a couple of days ago. So sorry, but I'm glad that you're okay. Mostly okay. Francesca, hello, hello, hello. And so I'm working to pull up the post so that we can kind of go through some of the items that you all listed earlier for us to kind of dig into, right? And before we get started, if you have a chance and find it not robbery, hey God, if you could please, please, please share this video right there at the bottom. Boop, boop. Hit share. Thank you so very much. Also, pinned to the bottom, the comment section is my Cash App. I never want to deny someone an opportunity to be a blessing if they so choose to do so. I guess that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that. So if you want to be a blessing to my Cash App, I would greatly appreciate it. Please, please, please don't feel pressured to do so, because I'm living in the land of blessed and favored, and increase. Yeah, God! But I never want to block someone else's opportunity to be a blessing if they so desire. So, anywho, again, it is Sunday cleansing. And so we're going to be talking about, these topics that you all included under the post earlier, and just kind of going through those. Okay. So I'm giving a couple of people an opportunity to kind of join in, give you all an opportunity to share the video. If you could for me right there, boop, boop, hit share. Again, I would greatly appreciate that. And all of that. Thanks so much, Monique. I appreciate the blessing that you sent through. Thank you. Cynthia Givens, hello. Tamika Talbert, hello. Hello. Tawala, hey, love, hello. And Jackie Austin Gaines, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully someone will get something from this that they need. How about that? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So Sunday cleanse, what do we need to discuss? Well, so many of you listed some items that you want to talk about, and that you want to encourage other folks to cleanse themselves of. And here is an opportunity for us to discuss it here in the living room. Not technically in the living room, in my office that I now have to transition from my work from home office to my work at home. Yeah, God. Office and room and space and all that good stuff. So letting go, from Ashley Jones, letting go of what's not for you. I can use some advice on that. Ashley Jones, letting go of what's not for you. The first part of that is understanding and accepting what you know not to be for you. Oftentimes, we see the signs. We know when something is unhealthy for us. We know when a situation or a person or a place or a thing is toxic to us. But we because we're hope-filled, right? And we want to see the good in people, and we want to see a good outcome out of a situation or a place or whatever, whether it's work or, school or, your children or a relationship, whatever it may be. We want the good to come. We want good to come out of it, right? We expect things to go right. And so sometimes we hold on to the thought that if it's not okay right now, it's going to be. And then we get caught up in that cycle of willing ourselves to see that it's working or that it's getting better, when in reality it's not. And that's counterproductive. It's unsafe, it's toxic, it's unhealthy, it's all of those things. And so oftentimes, it's not a matter of how do I let go of what I know isn't for me. It's how do I accept that it's not for me. It's not a matter of letting it go because, it's not working for me. It's not healthy for me. It's not any of those things. It's accepting the fact first that it's not. I truly believe, and this is just for me, once you accept that this is something that's not for you, or that it's unhealthy for you, or whatever it is. Once you accept that, I'm a firm believer in letting go comes natural, right? Like the songwriter said, when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. Once you accept the fact that this just ain't working, honey, it's either you or me, honey. Come hell or high water, I choose me and my happiness and my sanity. Honey, letting go comes easy. Letting go comes naturally, right? Because once I make up in my mind of minds, hey God, that this shit ain't working and that this is tearing me down and breaking me, it ain't a matter of when I let go. It's what happens when I let go. Yeah. All right. The next one we have up here is from Jasmine Harris. The importance of detoxing every aspect of yourself, not just the physical. So detoxing every aspect of yourself, not just the physical. And by saying not just the physical, I'm assuming that you mean like the detox teas and the detox regimens and pills and herbals and all that good stuff. Is great, obviously, for the physical body, but how do you detox your mental? Right? I'm assuming that's kind of where you're going for that. And for me, it's finding time to myself. I've decided that Sundays is have brainstorming and planning and have nothing. Absolutely nothing. I want to just relax on Sundays. I want to just regroup on Sundays. I want to release all of the negative energy and everything else that's built up. I want Sundays to just be a day about Tyrus, investing in my business and my brand, planning events, planning, whether it's trips or whatever it may be. I want Sundays for me to be my day, right? If by chance I have an event or something that I'm booked for a Sunday, that's great. Go and do that, and then get back into my me place, get back into my secret place, get back into my peace, right? And so it is definitely important to have those detox, those mental and virtual detox methods for yourself, because for one, it's only so much that we are designed to handle at any given time in life. We're human, right? And just like that wheelbarrow, it's only so much you can put on that wheelbarrow and put inside of that wheelbarrow until you can't push it anymore. You can't pull it, whether you have help or not. If it's just weighed down so heavy, it ain't moving nowhere. And so just like that, think of that for your mental. Think about that for your mind, right? It's only so much that you can take on before you just can't move on. So it's definitely important to detox your mental. And not only that, detoxing your space. Sometimes we need to cleanse ourselves of some people, of some things. We need to stop doing some of the things that we're doing. Going some of the places that we go. Every time we go there, we get this heaviness on our shoulder and this tension and all of those things. And so we know that those are places that we don't do well. The vibe is off and all those things. Stop trying to go there and get a different feeling from the same place that can't afford you that. Yeah. Boy, you helping somebody. All right. Lakeisha, stop seeking approval from people that could care less about you. A lot of listening ears turn into running mouths. Ooh, shit. Yeah. Here's the thing. Seeking approval from people is for me a level of insecurity. And don't get me wrong, sometimes, for instance, in the business world, I have a lot of my business entrepreneur, minority owner, business owners and all that kind of stuff here tuned in. And you can probably attest to this. In the business world, for instance, we have to try things and test things out on people and get their reaction, see what people want from us, what products may work or what may not work, what look may work and what may not work, and all of those things matter because that relates to your dollar, your bag, securing your bag. And so we don't ever want to say, this is my product, this is my services, this is my business, I'm gonna just do it how I want to and I don't care what nobody think. That's not good sound advice. It's not good judgment. Take the good and the bad and then work it into something that you can apply to elevate your business, elevate yourself, right? So taking that mindset into our daily lives, right? You can choose to do and go and say and all whatever you want to do, say or go and all of those things. But just know that people's perception of you could change based on that. Now, that's one thing. That's being cognizant of the fact that you need to protect your brand and your image. But at the same time, your mental is attached to that too, because you don't want to be so caught up in worrying about how people are going to perceive you or what you're doing or what you're saying that you lose sight of what it is that you really want to do and that you care about and so forth. However, the other side of that is fuck them people. Oh yes, damn them people. Because see, folk will make you feel so inadequate to do what it is that you do, to be who it is that you are, to have the things that you have, that you start doubting your own self. Okay? And so you think because all these people got so much to say about what you're doing and how you're doing it and all this kind of stuff, honey, that you need to just jump ship and abandon it. Damn that. Here's the thing. Seek out what you really want, who you really want to be, the things that you want to have, the things that you want to accomplish and achieve, and just be consistent in your application of chasing that. That's it. And if people who are sharing feedback and all those things, that they really are concerned about you elevating and prospering, and they're really proud of your efforts and so forth, they will share, feedback in a positive way. They will do so in a way that lets you know that they're genuine and that they're concerned and that they care, right? But you have to be able to weed through that and weed out those who don't mean you any good. And fuck them. That's the best recipe for that. We also have from Adrienne Thompson. I love Adrienne. She is so supportive, encouraging, inspiring, and motivating. Shout out to her for always supporting the Tyrus Tillman brand as a whole. Importance of self-care routines outside of normal personal care routine, mental focus, meditation, prayer, healing, and just loving on yourself. So we touched on that with the comment from Jasmine about the importance of detoxing every aspect. So I'm going to tie that into what was said about that, okay? Tamika Morris, who I believe is still tuned in as well, said, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. Stop expecting for family to always be there for you. Now, that's two parts, and I love it, okay? Sometimes we give people the crutch that they use to stand on to feel enabled to treat you how they treat you. They use their previous experiences and all of that as an excuse for how they treat you and the way that they talk to you and the way that they don't support you and the way that they're not there for you and all those things. And they say, well, for instance, this is one of the lines that I hate to hear from some deadbeat dads. They say, well, I didn't have a daddy, so I didn't know how to be a daddy. Well, you knew how to have sex. I be trying to reel in some of these words, but I like to cuss. Cussing is really therapeutic for me, and sometimes it just seasons my words right. Like, I feel like I don't want to be like clear people and have unseasoned words, and so I cuss because it kind of adds taste to the words as they're coming out of my mouth, and it helps in the application of what I'm saying. It helps it land and connect. So cussing, sometimes I just need to cuss, but anyway, aside from that. So you know how to have sex and all that, and you was enjoying all of that. And it had nothing to do with nobody showing you how to have sex. Like, you didn't literally have to go and watch your uncle or your cousins or your older brothers and carrying on go and lay pipe. It just naturally came to you. So if you know the loss that you felt with not having a dad in your life, how in the hell is it possible that you can become version 2.0 of that and subject a child to that type of life, that type of loss, that type of lack? Right? So I never, ever, ever buy that. I didn't have a daddy, so I don't know how to be a dad. And my daddy wasn't there for me and I turned out all right. Obviously not the fuck so, because you're being that same individual to a child that also didn't ask to be here, right? So sometimes people do have traumas in their past that they still need to address. And I don't care how old you are, there is always an opportunity for you to get some shit right. Don't ever think that you're so old and you done experienced so much in life that you don't have an opportunity to learn anything else and you can't grow into a better person or any of those things. Fuck that, okay? As long as you on this God's green earth, okay, it's something that your ass don't know. You don't know every fucking thing. And it's some shit that you ain't experienced yet. You ain't been through everything. You might have been through a lot of shit, but it's gonna be some shit that you ain't never experienced that's still possible in this here life, okay? So grandma, you say live long enough and you're gonna need somebody. So to Tamika's point about giving people stop giving people the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion and in my experience, if you allow people to think it's okay to treat you the way that they do, then they will. But if you hold them accountable and stop allowing them that access to you, or allowing them to still be able to depend on you in ways that you can't depend on them, that should have stopped. Nip that in the bud and do it as soon as possible. Do it and do it right away. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's a great place right there. Boop, boop, to hit share. Thank you so much for doing so. I appreciate it. And again, if you want to be a blessing, if you find any of this valuable, and hopefully you're able to get something from this discussion tonight, if you want to be a blessing, please do so right there. Cash App, I am Tyrus. Hashtag IAMTYRUS, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Barbie Hawks, let's discuss how you are right. Okay, that was a personal message to me, and I appreciate her for that. Tracy George said, if you shop at Ollie's, you probably did not enter with the list. Just like Walmart and everywhere else. Miracle Duke said, forgiving and letting go. you've heard the cliche, you have to forgive people for you and not necessarily for them. And I believe in that. Forgiveness is saying that you did something to me. You said something to me. You made me feel a certain kind of way. It happened, right? I understand that it happened. You know it happened. And I forgive you. I accept that you did that for whatever reasons. I don't have to like it. I don't have to understand it. But it's the reality that it happened. So I forgive you in the sense that you did that and we good. Okay, I'm still alive. I made it through. No matter how hurtful it was, no matter how harmful it was to my life or whatever happened, even if it injured me, right? Whatever it was that you did, however it pierced me, you did it and I'm alive. I'm over it. In my mind, that's my forgiveness, right? I forgive you for that. And letting go. So letting go is sometimes, in my mind, this is just how I process things. I can forgive you. Thank you, Jessica Davis. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So in my mind, Jay Blunt, thank you. In my mind, I've forgiven you. I've letting it go. But not everything that's forgiven needs new access or continued access to you. So I can forgive you. I can let it go because, hey, that's my mentality in a way. That my motto is let that shit go and move on, right? I don't care what it is, how difficult it was. I have to move on because at the end of the day, I'm still alive, which means I still have a mission, which means I still have purpose, which means I still have a destiny, right? And if I keep holding on to this thing that you did, I'm giving you too much power. You holding me back into a place that I can't afford to stay in. And so I have to let that go and move on. But there's occasions to where me forgiving you and letting it go also means that I'm done with your ass. You can't ever come back. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't your ass come back no more. Yeah, we good. I'm good. You good. Move on. Be blessed and be well. And fuck you. And your mama and your grandmama and your nappy-headed children and everything about that manger ass mud of a dog. Everything. Fuck you. Wholeheartedly and disrespectfully fuck you. But be well. And I'm good. That's just that. I felt that in my shundo. Let's see. We also have Miss Trina, loving motherhood, soul ties, breaking generational curses. Oh my. Breaking generational curses. And, I don't really say generational curses often. Like, I don't label things generational curses often. I call them generational experiences. Because my grandmama may have, my mama may have, my daddy may have, my granddaddy may have, and there could have been a long line of people in my family that did this and did that and lived this way and lived that way. Some of that is just because it was learned behavior. It was experiences that became habits. And I don't necessarily believe that that means that the family is cursed or that we were cursed or our generation, has been passing down curses. Sometimes folk just don't know better. And sometimes people just have experiences that don't affect them in a way that they feel it could be passed on to their children and their grandchildren and so forth. Some of it is just habit. It becomes habit, right? For instance, let's talk about credit health and credit worthiness, right? My mama didn't talk to me about credit as a child, as a young adult. My daddy didn't talk to me about credit and the importance of credit and how to build credit and how important it was to not damage your credit, right? But at the same time, as a child, my parents didn't have the best of credit. And their parents did not have the best of credit, nor teach them about credit worthiness and the importance of credit and things of that nature. And so being broke or living check to check or being poor, those are some possibilities of poor credit management and poor credit health. And those are some side effects, rather, is the word that I was really looking for. Some side effects of not taking care of your credit, though, that can cause these things to happen, right? And so you could look at it and say, I'm gonna break the generational curse of, being poor and living check to check, this and that and the third. Well, being poor ain't the generational curse. The learned behavior and the bad habits that's been passed down is not taking care of your damn credit, because there was no credit education and the importance of credit and so forth wasn't, instilled in none of them people. So being poor was a side effect of that habit, of those habits, those experiences and so forth. And so in my opinion, it doesn't mean that was a generational curse. It's just that there's some shit that just continuously happened, right? And so to break that cycle, right, is to educate yourselves on, first of all, what the root cause was. What caused some of those things? What thank you so much, Summer. I appreciate you, sweetheart. What caused some of those things to happen? What led to some of hey, Raven, I love you, Nisi. What is it about my ancestors that they couldn't understand this? Or that they thought that this was okay, sweeping stuff under the rug when Uncle Bo Peep was putting fingers and hands on the children back in the day, and everybody, knew about it, but, nobody wanted to, have the family name in the streets and carrying on, although we had several addicts and people was talking about our family because it was drug addicts and shit in there, but you want to cover up the shit that you think is just unforgivable. Okay, so now you don't want to talk about it, and you don't want to you tell me to take everything else to the Lord in prayer and go to the church and carrying on when something go wrong and happen in your life, and people being gay and all, you need to go to the church and carrying on. But don't nobody want to go to the church, talk about Uncle Bo Peep putting his hands on the churn and carrying on. What about that experience made other folk in the family think that it was okay to continue to just not talk about it and to not hold him accountable? And to stop bringing the damn churn around them and shit like that. Okay, so we got to get to the the root cause of some of this stuff. Okay, stop thinking that mama and them never talked about X, Y, and Z. So that's just something we don't talk about. Well, why don't we? No, hell, no, shit, no. We need to sit down and talk about what has been hurting us, what is hurting us, have been hurting us for years and decades. We need to talk about why Aunt Lucille, thank you, Quinetta, thanks, dear heart, why Aunt Lucille moved to Atlanta 30 years ago and ain't never been back to Augusta. We need to talk about that. Yeah, what happened with Aunt Lucille and Grandma? Why they fell out? What did she blame her for? We need to talk about that, because guess what? I might be faced with that in my household with my children at some point. And I need to know how to handle that. Because if I don't think that nobody has ever been through this, I could blow my damn brains out when it happens to me. I need to know that it's okay to talk about this. I need to know that there is help for these things. If my son, my teenage son, I catch him doing something to his younger siblings or whatever, I need to know that I didn't fail as a parent and just lose my mind and just, become suicidal. And I need to know that I can get through that I can talk to somebody, that I can get help. I need to know that there's outlets out there. You see what I'm saying? So when we're talking about these generational curses and breaking these soul ties and all of these things, we need to be able to have a conversation about this stuff first, because we can't effectively move on and find a better way to raise our children, to live our lives, to have healthy relationships and find love and so forth. Absolutely, Tanya. Stop with that. What happens in this house stays in this house. Now, there's some shit that need to stay in that house. Some shit y'all need to keep in them damn houses, bed bugs and roaches and STDs, all them extra fingers and vaginas. Don't put it on social media. Shit, no. Hang them damn phones up. Don't do that. Fuck no. But Miltanya, I saw something you said a little while ago. Also, black folk need to get out the mentality that, something's wrong with therapy. Case in point, my own dad, for the past month or so, I've been going to see a therapist, and I call her my life coach, because the things that we talk about, I don't feel like I'm seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Of course, there is a difference between all three of those, right? But anywho, so last Saturday, actually, I had a virtual meeting with her, and I missed my dad's call. Well, he called me and I declined it or whatever, and I called him afterwards, and I was like, hey, Daddy, I'm sorry, I missed your call. I was in a therapy session. And he was like, a what, Tyrus? And I was like, a therapy session. I was seeing my therapist. And he was like, so your big ass was laying on the damn couch crying? So I was like, first of all, what I really want to say is, you don't want to know some of the shit I really lay on the couch and do. So if you're not really ready for that conversation, like, don't start saying shit like that. Because I could really fuck up your Saturday. But, okay, no. He didn't understand the value in seeing a therapist, right? So I had to say to him, because I'm the sunflower child, I'm the free spirited child that have all these experiences that I'm open and honest and transparent about. Not every damn thing, because some shit I cannot fuck up my daddy's life like that. But anyway, so I said to him, Daddy, she's a therapist. She don't write prescriptions and all of that. We just kind of talk. It's kind of like a life coach. We just kind of brainstorm and we go over stuff, and she kind of helps me, compress and release and whatever is going on in my life and all this kind of stuff, and plan and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, oh, okay, like a counselor. See, so in his mind, a counselor is okay. A counselor is perfectly fine, right? That's somebody that counsels you, versus a therapist in his mind was somebody was like a psychologist or a psychiatrist, right? And so I said, well, yeah, okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So here it is, a man that's going on 64 years old, older black man, definitely a man's man, and, definitely old school in his logic and thinking and so forth. Saw no value in me having, meetings with a therapist until I broke down the things that we talk about, not to mention that I didn't tell him that some of the shit we done talked about is his ass, but that's another conversation for another day, with me and him and shit, Ooh, so anyway, and so in the black community, a lot of times we don't see value in having outlets and talking to people who is unbiased and so forth. There is great value in talking about the things that you have experienced, because sometimes we need someone who don't know us from a can of paint, don't know our family dynamics, don't know, the personality of our family and so forth, and don't have input, to be judgmental or any of those things. That just gives us an outlet to just say it. Some shit just needs to be said out your mouth. Sometimes you need to just have an outlet to say some shit. Sometimes I don't need you to say anything back. And so sometimes, we as African American people who have been oppressed and depressed for centuries and centuries and so forth, we've been conditioned to just bear it, take it, and move on. Fuck no. Some shit I can't move on yet, okay, until I process that this shit happened first. I can't move on and just, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. No, shit, no, because the rain gonna go, it's gonna dry out, and the sun is gonna come out, and the flowers are gonna bloom, and my credit is gonna get better, and I'm gonna get a brand new house, and I'm gonna get a brand new job, and I'm gonna get a brand new car, and I'm gonna get a PPP loan, and life is gonna be good, and all this shit. And then guess what? That one night when everybody's too busy and can't nobody come have drinks with me and I don't feel like going out, I'm going to be home by myself. My mind going to start going through some of the shit and traumas that I've experienced and been through in life. And I'm going to be depressed and miserable. So in life, everything has an opportunity to come back again. Oh, I'm talking good even to myself. You hear me? So sometimes we need to have a moment to say this shit out loud. I need to say out loud some things. You can write it down, you can journal it, whatever works best for you, but you need to get it out of you. You need to get it out of you, okay? So, I'm gonna spend a lot of time on that one. But anyway, so that's the Hi, the message about soul ties and breaking generational curses. All right, so Melisha said, even in the midst of taking L's, you can still gain some wins along the way. Life is precious, and even when everything is shifting around you, peace can be felt in the chaos. I love that. Did she pull that shit from Google? I'm finna copy this and put this into fucking Google because Sister came dropping bars. I love it. And she said probably everything that we need to talk about that. That's all that probably needs to be said about that. Again, if you want to be a blessing in the midst of this conversation and discussion, my Cash App is pinned at the bottom. I am Tyrus. Also, if you want to Zelle, if you want to Apple Pay, if you want to PayPal, my phone number is 404-709-4130. Write that down. Hurry up. 404-709-4130. Call me, text me if you need something, if you need to talk. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate you, dear heart. If you want to reach out, if we need to connect or whatever, probably text me first, because if it say scam likely, because some of y'all are scammers, I'm probably not going to answer. But my number is available also on Google. So if you need my number, you can also just Google my name and you can get my number. That is my personal number. No privacy there. If it's in if you find it in someone's phone that it shouldn't be in, according to you, I'm sorry. But thank you so much for wanting to be a blessing, as hopefully this is a blessing to someone. So moving on, Jovan said, letting toxic people shine so they can look stupid for being angry at the wrong people. Ooh, okay. That sounds a little shady, Jovan. Sounds like we need to dig into that, honey. Let me inbox you. But no, so letting toxic people shine so they can look stupid for being angry at the wrong people. This is what I take from that. This is what stands out to me in that comment, is that not everybody who is a bad person in your eyes, not everybody who has said or done horrible things, not everybody who deserves to be put on blast and put in a place and all of that, need to have that done. You or you don't need to do that to everyone that you think deserves it. Sometimes you have to, grandma used to say, give them enough rope to hang themselves. If there are people who are disingenuous, fake, phony, nasty, perverted, mean, angry, anything that we can think of that's negative about a person, right? If that's who they truly are, it's going to come to light. It never fails. You can bet your last 25 cents on it. I guarantee you, if this is who that person is, it will come to light. It will shine through like a diamond in the rough at some point. And sometimes it may take a little longer for people to understand and see the true person that you know them to be. But grandma used to also, I always say, a lot of the shit my grandma really didn't say. It just sounds like an old ass person said it. And so it sounds like when I say grandma used to say that, people find value in that. But a lot of this shit I really didn't hear my grandma say. I think maybe I done heard people say, maybe my auntie or somebody like that or whatever. But anyway, grandma used to say, give them enough rope to hang themselves. Did I say that already? I said that already. Anyway, so the point that I'm making here is, whoever that, oh no, that's what I was going to say. Grandma used to say, God can handle man better than man can handle man. That means literally if I don't know what your beliefs are, your spiritual beliefs, I believe that there is one God, one Lord, and one baptism. However, karma or whatever, has a way of returning to people what they deserve. And so I don't care how far you go in life, how high up the chain or ladder that you climb, the ladder of success. I don't care how far up you go, how far out you go. You got to give account for how you've done people and treated people and the things that you've done. And we know can and will come when you least expect it. And so I don't waste time trying to let everybody know how somebody is. The worst thing for me is to have somebody tell me right now, let's take a quick break right there, hit share, boop, boop, if you would, please, ma'am, please, sir, hit share. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for finding value in tonight's discussion. I hope that it's helping somebody. And if, again, you want to be a blessing to me, I don't want to hinder anyone from being able to bless me if they so desire. And so my Cash App is down there if you need my phone number for Zelle or for PayPal or for Apple Pay. You can Google it. 404-709-4130. Thank you so much again for being a blessing and wanting to be a blessing. Thank you also for sharing. Davina, I see that you shared. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. So the worst thing that one of my biggest pet peeves is people running to me and telling me who not to fool with because of XYZ. Who not to talk to because of XYZ. Who not to listen to because of XYZ. On one of the jobs, I worked for the state of Georgia at Defects. A lot of people know that. A lot of people obviously don't give a fuck that I no longer work there and continue to ask me about their food stamps, which I've never done food stamps. I did child care and I did Medicaid, and I was an administrative assistant for the director, so I moved over to admin, and I never did food stamps, but people still be in my inbox. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's a little side note. I don't work there no more. I haven't for 2 years. So anyway, when I first started, I realized that there was a lot of tenured staff there, older staff on the other end of the job, meaning that, they had 5 to 10 years left to, before retiring. And so they've had a number of years of experience working there and working with the state and all that good stuff. And working with a lot of my coworkers, right? So they've been working together for years. And so many of them, I ain't gonna say so many of them, but a number of them would come to me when I first started and say, Tyrus, I'm gonna tell you now, let me tell you about her ass XYZ, or, let me tell you about him, he's so. And while some of it turned out to be true about those people, right? I love your spirit. Thanks a little bit. While some of it turned out to be true, I needed to experience that for myself. I never took what anybody said to me and ran with it and chose who I was and wasn't going to talk to, communicate with, work with, or any of those things. I can't stand that, right? I've been that person due to being hurt. Hurt people attempt to hurt people, but end up hurting themselves. I'm probably seeing that a little late, Aaron. You're probably talking about the last point that we were talking about, but you're absolutely right. Thank you for that. While some of it turned out to be true, I needed to experience that on my own. I needed to give people an opportunity. Until you fuck me, I can fuck with you. Until you cross me, we good. Even if, by chance, I've seen some other shit done to other people. Now, you do some other some nasty, mean shit to some other folk. In my mind of minds, I automatically start visualizing you doing that to me. So I may change up how I deal with you, but we don't have a problem. Hey, Tiffany Smith, we don't have a problem until you cross me, right? Because whether you right, wrong, or indifferent, I simply say, until you do me wrong, we good. Right? I can't really fuck with you like that. I might not ever trust you, but we're good. I don't ever base my or I don't never assess someone else based on someone else's assessment. And I pray to God that people always give me that same grace, that same level of respect. Get to know me for me. Until Tyrus cross you wrong, or until Tyrus show you that he is that person that people have told you that he is, don't hold me to that. Because I promise to give you that in my opinion, respect, right? So people would come to me and say, XYZ. And like I said, some of them turned out to be true. Some of the same shit that they said so-and-so would do or had done to so-and-so, they turned right around and did it to me. Here's the difference. Once you do that, you don't get another chance. Once you burn that bridge with me, I can be cordial. I can hold a conversation. I can be professional. I can just because you shitted me or did me wrong don't mean I have to do the same to you. So if I can do something for you, I'm still going to do it, in the sense that it doesn't put me out of anything I got going on. I can help anybody, or even if they don't deserve it, because that's my heart. And that's why I'm truly blessed the way that I am. That's why I can get up from a nap, from a lunch nap, go back, log back into my work computer and send my resignation letter just because I felt that it was time to do that without a care or worry in the world. Was able to just submit my resignation, not with another job lined up, but just with the understanding that, Tyrus, you're going to work for yourself. You have enough gifts, you have enough value, you have enough talent to do it for you, to work for yourself, to share your gift with as many people as you can and not be bound by a 9-to-5. I can do stuff like that because I've always done right by people. Every job I've ever had, I've done the very best that I could. I've done it to my best abilities. Anytime I've come across somebody, if there was something I could do for somebody, I did it without asking for accolades, without asking for recognition, without asking for anything in return. Because if I do it, it's because I'm in a position to do it. And we got to get out of, we about to go somewhere else. We got to get out of that place of doing stuff, expecting people to give it back in return. Some people not capable of giving back what you deserve. Sometimes it ain't even malicious intent. Some people just don't know better. Some people can't do better. Some people just don't understand how to pay you back or to give back to you. So you got to get out of, see, when you freely give from the heart and do from the heart. Thank you, Keela. Thank you. When you go out and do because you just genuinely want to do it, you ain't expecting nothing in return. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do and I can do it. So that's why I can still do something good for people who don't deserve it. That's why I can do stuff for people who I know done talked about me. Some of the people I'm seeing scroll in and out of the room and up the comments list and so forth done said some things that they don't even know that I know that they said. I done seen the receipts and sleep just as peaceful at night and will greet them just as calmly and wish no ill will towards them. And we're good because sometimes people just don't, that's just who people are. And it's okay if it ain't hurting or harming me. I just don't care. I don't give energy into that. And if there's ever something I can do for you, I'm still going to do it. Because at the end of the day, I have never in my life been hungry. I have never in my life been homeless. I have never in my life been without people somewhere that can do and willingly do something for me. I've never experienced that. I ain't never been a millionaire. I know I will be. I've never had a mansion. But every house and apartment and townhouse I've lived in, I've treated it like one. I say that because I live a blessed life because I know how to be a blessing in life. And no matter what I have, I'm always going to find a way to do something and give something to other people. And the reason I do that is because it feels good to do it for me. And I could never give and bless enough people to match what I've experienced and the good measure that I've had in my life. And so, for whatever reasons, even as a millionaire, I'll be this same way. I know this because I've come across money that some people ain't never thought of. Legitimately, you know. I've been working since I was 14. I've had some damn good jobs. I've only worked fast food 3 times since I was 14 years old and I'm 34. Mostly all of my jobs have been corporate Fortune 500 jobs where I've been a supervisor, team lead, a call center associate, an agent, you know, customer service rep, cashier, you know, but also, you know, team lead, supervisor, manager, director, district manager. You know, I've held titles in sales. You know, sales for the most part of my life is what I did. And I mean, I'm talking for JP Morgan Chase and you know, for you know, companies that gave really good commissions. So I've come across some money. I ain't lacked. I've come across some money. Some of the things that people try to, you know, say he think he all that about. This ain't the shit that you should be saying I think I'm all that about. You should have been, matter of fact, you need to pull some of my tax returns. No, don't even pull the tax return because sometimes I have to lie on them. Pull some of them W-2s. I've experienced it. I've had it. And I've been the same Tyrus my entire life. And those on here who know me, you can vouch for this. Nisi is one of them. She's known me since a child. I've been the exact same way my entire life, no matter how much or how little I've had. And so because of that, I can't get the big head. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that feels like, right? So I am never too good to give to people, to do something for people. So no matter how you talk about me or say this and that, you don't really know me. 9 times out of 10, out of 5,000 people on Facebook, clearly 5,000 people on here don't know me. These ain't the 5,000 people that know me. It's a good number of them that do, because I've worked every damn well, lived every damn well, went to every damn school, except for downtown. I ain't never go to school down there, you know. But anywho, so being able to be a blessing to people has allowed me to be blessed. And that's just all it is to it. And so, you know, to the point that Jovan was making about letting toxic people shine so they can look stupid for being angry at the wrong people. In my opinion, let them people be. Let them be who they are. Let them be the backbiters and backstabbers that they are, because it's going to come to light. Oh, it's going to come to light, honey. Oh, Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them. So that's the other side of that coin. The other side of that coin is, once you see who these people are, then you need to move differently. All right? Once they show your ass, stop giving people, like the other comment that we were talking about, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt to be somebody that they can't be. Stop giving people the benefit of the doubt to become someone that they don't know how to be, that they ain't supposed to be. See, some of y'all be pushing people to be fake and phony. You pushing that man to start doing this, doing that, treating you like this, saying this to you, taking you here, taking you that, this, that, and the third. That ain't who he is. So if he doing that, it's artificial. And now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you have to teach people how to love you. Teach people how to appreciate you. Teach people how to handle you, what works for you, what you like, and things like that. Sometimes you do have to teach people that. And if they care about you, they will adapt. They will learn. They will be better, right? But we need to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt that they are going to become this person that we need them to be. Some people don't have the ingredients to become that person. So I don't care how many different ways you mix that shit up, it ain't ever going to come out right. Because you ain't going to ever have the right amount of ingredients. You ain't going to ever have the right ingredients for that person to become who you need them to be. And that's why sometimes we hold on to people a little too damn long. Stop letting that damn man bust you across your damn head, keep talking about because he was abused as a child. You ain't a fucking child. You ain't got to sit there and let that motherfucker pound on you. You can sit over there and let the motherfucker pound on you, but I won't let the motherfucker pound on me. That's just who he is. Oh, Lord. While we have a quick moment, again, if you want to be a blessing, right there at the bottom, my Cash App is pinned. Hashtag I am Tyrus. Bloop, bloop. Right there, here's an opportunity to be a blessing if you so choose to do so. And before you get too comfortable or start to leave and all that good stuff, hit share right there. Boop, boop. Hit share, and I would greatly appreciate it. Hopefully this message resonates with someone, and hopefully it's something that someone needs. Let's move on. Learning to love and accept yourself and not depending or waiting on someone else to do. Best lesson, learned in 2021 from LaWanda Michelle. And so we've kind of talked about that. That's kind of been intertwined into some of the other messages and comments that we kind of went through. But love yourself. Sometimes you have to love yourself enough to deal with yourself. And be by yourself and appreciate yourself. Sometimes we allow ourselves to stay a little longer in relationships because we're afraid to be by ourselves. We allow ourselves to stay on a job because we're afraid to be unemployed. Or, you know, we have anxiety of interviews. So you don't want to go somewhere and start all the way over and, you know, have to interview for a job and a position and negotiate salaries and all those things. And so you just stay where you at, honey. I'm just fine where I'm at. And sometimes you hold on to that car. You just keep repairing the car because you only got 5 years left to pay it off and this and the third. Honey, if you don't refinance that shit, and get it the fuck out your driveway and stop throwing money at that car and go get you a new damn car, something that ain't gonna have you and your children on the side of the damn road, you damn better. Honey, stop pouring money and resources into dead ass situations. Love yourself, appreciate yourself, value yourself, your peace, your finances, your resources, your health enough to know when enough is enough. Honey, love yourself enough and know that you are enough, okay? Damn, whatever it takes, honey, do the work, make it happen. Love yourself enough to accept that you might need some work. Love yourself enough to know that there are some things about you that ain't perfect. Some things about you that you do need, that you fucked up on. Some of y'all need to understand and realize that sometimes you the problem. Yeah, I know when I've been the problem. Now, I've also known, and you can't convince me otherwise, when it wasn't me and I was not the problem. Because, see, I love Tyrus enough to be honest with Tyrus. See, that's the thing. Hey, y'all. That's the thing. Sometimes we have to love ourselves enough to be honest with ourselves. I know when I'm procrastinating, I'm a procrastinator. I come up with a list of 489,000 things that I need to do. Need. Now, need. I ain't talking about want. I'm talking about need to do. And will convince myself that I'm going to do half of this list by tomorrow. Now, the reality in there, ain't no way in chill hell I can do all that shit tomorrow. I might be able to do a good bit of it. I can't do all that shit today. Tomorrow? So why did I even set myself up for that failure? Because now come tomorrow, I'm going to do 3 things and be like, damn, I can't do this. And, I'm going to do the rest in the morning. No. What? In the morning, your ass got a doctor's appointment. So how the fuck you going to get up extra early and go do it? The place don't even open till 8 o'clock. Your appointment at 8 o'clock. So how you going to do that tomorrow, Tyrus? I have to love myself and be honest with myself enough, though, to know my flaws. I know me. That's why I try my very best to stop putting off for tomorrow what I can do today. Stop making these lists, extending shit out. I don't need to make no list to do some shit next month that I can do this month. But see, I love me enough to know that that's my struggle. So if I allow myself to make this damn list, this unrealistic ass list, and put it off for next month, I know I'm not going to do it. And if I do it, it's going to be not next month, but probably the following month. Well, why would I put that on myself? Because now, guess what? Next month, I'm going to be stressed out again, trying to figure out, well, when I'm going to do this. But I love me so much that I can call me out on me. So sometimes you need to be able to consider that some of the things you've been through in life, you can't get over and get through until you realize that was your fault. You did that. That was all you. It was nobody else. Maybe there were some enablers. Maybe there were some encouragers of your wrongdoing. Maybe there was some cheerleaders that were cheering you on, just ruining your fucking life and fucking up stuff. Most addicts, they don't do drugs by themselves. They do drugs with other drug addicts. They do drugs with other folk who got the same damn struggle. Most alcoholics don't just drink by themselves. They drink with other alcoholics, okay? Most, bank robbers and criminals don't commit criminal acts just by themselves. They run in a pack of criminals. They do it with other criminals. So sometimes we attract to people who gonna keep allowing us this cycle of tearing our lives up because that's what they do. So you got to love yourself enough to pull yourself out of the equation, accept your own flaws, write out your plan, what it is that you need to change, who it is you want to become, those things that you need to do. We got about 10 more minutes, y'all. Those things that you need to do and so forth, because I want to respect your time, because I'm off tomorrow. That just felt good to say. So we need to pull ourselves out, love ourselves enough to accept the fact that we need to work on us. We are the problem. It's me. Some of y'all keep talking about these relationships and carrying on, they just don't never work. I'm giving up on love. No, you don't need to give up on love. You need to give up on your version of love, or your expectation of love, or your understanding of love. Some of us don't even have a real idea of what it is that we really need, what we're really looking for, and what we really want. And so let's just say that the things that you've experienced and the people that you've experienced and the relationships that you've been in and so forth, they just didn't work. And it was because you wasn't really getting what you wanted and what you needed. And also, though, sometimes you didn't know how to give. You didn't know how to be a good wife. You didn't know how to be a good husband. You didn't know how to be you didn't know how to date someone. You don't know how to be dated. You don't know how to, first of all, be by your damn self. Some of y'all don't realize you don't understand your pressure points because you don't spend enough time with yourself. Because the truth be told, sometimes if you really look back at some of those situations and relationships and jobs and all that, thank you so much, Candy. I love you, dear heart. You really look at if you take a magnifying glass and really look at some of those situations and scenarios, you'll realize a lot of the stuff that happened was because they were doing something that you didn't like, or they were, they was talking a way that you didn't like, or they was eating a way that you didn't like, or they, you were unequally yoked. Y'all didn't like the same things, but that's because you don't even know what you like. You don't know those things that's going to tick you off. Every day, sometimes I find something new that I just don't like. And it might have worked well for me for 30 years, but for the last 4 years, it's been irking my damn nerves. And so maybe, just maybe, if I'm just realizing that within the last 4 years, that maybe 15 years ago, I was the damn problem. Because I didn't even know I didn't like that back then. So I was spazzing out and throwing shit and knocking his head between the washer and the dryer. And it was me. And I didn't even know why. So love yourself enough to accept who you are. And sometimes y'all be afraid to be by yourself because you don't even like you. You come to find out the person that you done became, you don't even like. Some of y'all don't like a lot of things about yourselves. And it's so much easier to find fault in other people than to admit it in yourself. That's it right there. Sometimes there's things about Tyrus that Tyrus don't like. And let me just also say this while I'm on this, because I know that there's a major crowd here of some people who can relate to this. But sometimes some of the most popular people who seem to have it all. Thanks, Lakeisha. I appreciate you, dear heart. Thank you so much. Sometimes those people who are in the spotlight the most and y'all think got it all together and are super popular and everybody know them and all those things are some of the most insecure people. And it's because they see the flaws that other people don't see. And they live with the flaws. Thanks, Gina. I didn't see you here. Hey, love. Hey, Deidre. Thank you. And because of that, they usually overcompensate in other areas of their lives. And that's the parts that people love the most. The part that people celebrate the most. The best qualities of me is what people are attracted to, right? It's the best parts of who I am. It's the best parts of my gifts. It's the best parts of my talent. It's the best part of my benevolence and my giving and shit. The best parts of who I am is what's celebrated and what people are attracted to and what people love and appreciate and respect and honor, right? It's the parts that I don't like that nobody sees. And so some of the most celebrated people on these pedestals that society will often place you on, and that's why I got another message for y'all. Don't allow people to take you to a place that you can't find peace. Because some of you all will allow people, thank you so much, Portia, I appreciate you, thank you. Sometimes people will push you so high up on that pedestal and you know your ass afraid of heights. Boy, you better say that shit one more time. People will take you so high up on a pedestal and you just be skinning and grinning and yeah, I'm the shit. I'm a bad bitch. I'm this and I'm a boss and all that. They take you letting these people just take you so high up on this pedestal. And then you realize and look around realize how high up you are and have a damn panic attack. Damn near kill your damn self because you scared of damn heights. Don't let people take you so far up that you out of your comfort zone. Take you so far up and high up that you can't even maintain who you really are. Because that will kill you. Because see, now you got to keep up with this image. Because all of these people are expecting you to be this person that you've allowed them to convince you that you are. And so because of that, some of these people, myself included, you celebrate the best parts of us, but not everybody is as transparent as I am. And I respect that. And because sometimes some shit just ain't y'all business. Some shit people ain't got, so y'all be saying, they be trying to hide this and they be, so fake and phony. No, sometimes shit just ain't your business. And people don't have to tell you every damn aspect of their lives. Damn. But it's neither here nor there. That's another discussion for another night. So I said 10 more minutes. So technically we got 3 more minutes, but we're gonna finish out these comments. So anyway, so we allow people to convince us that we have to live a certain way and be a certain way and all of those things, and that will run you crazy. So don't allow people to take you to that place. But then what I was saying was that some of these people are some of the main people that have so many of insecurities about themselves, because there's so much that they don't like about themselves, that it becomes easy for people to push them into being someone that they're not. But that has side effects. The side effects of that is you can be who all you want to be out there in the public, but once you get in that damn bed and you soak in your pillow with tears because of the pressures of trying to maintain this image and be this person that so many people are saying that you are, Jesus, that's heavy. That's hard. That's why 9 times out of 10, when people see me, I'm in damn flip-flops, shorts, jeans, t-shirts. Hell, it'll be a damn Spider-Man shirt, Batman shirt, the Tyrus shirt, or it might be some Levi's and a polo shirt, or some damn, Old Navy, hell, or maybe some damn Tommy Hilfiger. I don't know, but the point that I'm making is you will always see me as my authentic self. Thank you, Gina. My authentic, comfortable, genuine self, because I don't ever want people to think that I'm so high-minded, that I live this extravagant lifestyle. I am so basic because I am so satisfied with me. And I am so happy that I'm able to be this person, be my true self, and have the support that I do and the love that I do and the platform that I have and all those things. Because I don't ever want to get to a place where I allow y'all to create someone that I have to be, create a character for me that I can't perform. I don't ever want that to be. So when you see me, you will always see me as my genuine, authentic self, just as comfortable. I ain't finna be, me and Tasha Bostic was just talking a little while ago, and we were talking about, what them shoes, Alexander McQueen's and shit. You ain't finna see me in all that, and Gucci belts and all that. Now, I don't know, when, of course, at some point something might catch my eye, but I'm not interested in stuff like that. It don't attract me. I like to be comfortable. And a lot of this, some of this shit, some of these brands and carrying on, this shit ain't comfortable for a big nigga. I'm not putting on, shit, no. I got size 14 shoes. Hell no. That's why I've been so successful at becoming a bisexual. Wow. I can't ever just stay serious. But, it doesn't interest me. That's not my life. I'm so comfortable just being me, and this basic ass me is just who I am. What you see is what you get. And so I don't ever have to feel like I have to keep up this image or this facade and so forth. Tasha, they don't know what we were saying it about. They just know what we was talking about. Damn. I was just thinking of the name of the shoes. They are shoes, right? Yeah, they're shoes. So anyway, damn you, Tasha. So I love Tasha, by the way, so much. So, I don't ever have to worry about allowing people to push me into being someone else. So that's uncomfortable for me. But there are things about myself that I don't like, and those things, or have not liked. And I have had to work on those things and be a better person. People think that I'm just this, person that always got to be out and about and surrounded by so many people and all this. I love to be by myself. I absolutely love. Sometimes y'all actually see me out and about and I'm at a restaurant by myself, sitting down, just eating my own, and I'll have my AirPods in and I'll have my Netflix or my Hulu pulled up on my phone, and I'm just in my own zone and I'm just getting drinks and having food. Now, I do that often. I love Tyrus. You hear me? And I just love just being somewhere and don't mind going. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind, hanging out with my friends and doing stuff and going places and all that kind of stuff like that. But I love to be alone. I really do. And so when, y'all see me making these crazy ass videos and shit like that, I be in my comfort zone. Like, this is my home, my fortress. This is my peace. I love, love, love it. I could literally lay in bed all day and watch TV, but I have purpose. And so I have to get up and do things, right? I have somewhere that I have to be in life. There's people that I'm supposed to come in contact with. So I can't do those things, right? Especially now that I ain't got no damn job. I got to get up off my ass and continue to work in these streets, right? So I love to be by myself. I got a full bar in there with everything you could think of to drink. And I just go and sit in there, me and Marlo just be watching TV until my drunk ass make it to my bed and just go to sleep. And I be perfectly fine and can do it all day long. But that took work. It took work to be okay with being alone and by myself and to embrace that. I had to work on things that I didn't like about myself. Because when you don't like a lot of things by yourself, about yourself, it makes it hard to be alone. Who wants to be alone and they hate so much about themselves or dislike so much about themselves? And so that's why you find that some people, they just go from relationship to relationship. They never have a moment just by themselves and just chilling and relaxing, just being about them and their children. There's no space. There's no peace. They just always got to be with somebody. That's because they can't be by themselves. 9 times out of 10, they're afraid to be alone. So anyway, that's that about that. Nisa said, me too. Me is my person. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially since my mom and my grandma have been going, y'all, let me tell y'all something. The absolute worst thing that I've ever experienced in my life is losing my mother and my grandmother within 1 year. They lived together. My mom was the only girl, and they were my absolute everything. When I moved away and lived in Houston, Texas, it broke my heart sometimes to get a call from my grandma saying that, she couldn't get anybody to take her to her doctor's appointment or whatever. They were literally my everything. I would call from Texas and cuss everybody out. Everybody out. Get y'all motherfucking nasty, ugly asses over there and scratch my damn grandmama head. She calling me talking about, want nobody come scratch her damn head. But bitch, when you need your light bill paid, you calling and she on the damn fixed income. Get your maggot ass over there and take her to go pick up her damn medicine. She called me God damn it, I get on a flight and come whoop everybody ass. I cuss out my family. Like, I ain't never mind. They just say, grandma ain't called me. Bitch, you lying. Get over there. And they'll go and stuff. And, them was all the first ones that fell out when she died. But anyway, the point that I'm making is, that was the worst experience for me in my entire life. And to go through that and experience that, and it wasn't easy. I had a mental break. I attempted suicide. I was in a mental hospital. I lost my shit, right? And I had to will to get back to myself. And it was in that process that I was able to fix a lot of things that I did not like about myself and that I needed to deal with for myself and about myself and within myself. But going through that experience, there's absolutely nothing else in the world that could happen, in my opinion. Now, it's just me. Something happened and I might just lose my shit again. I don't know. But I feel more equipped to handle it. But I don't feel that anything else could happen that could compare to that level of hurt, pain, and just loss, right? And so I say that to say that no matter what happens in life, I feel that there's nothing that I can't overcome or achieve or accomplish, right? For me, now this is just for me, I feel that going through that and experiencing this, because it's grief is something that you never just, I'm sleeping, hurry the fuck up. Fuck you, Tasha. I feel like, and cash at me, I'm specifically asking you to cash at me something. So because I've dealt with that and have been dealing with that, and grief is, like I said, nothing I'll never get over. Like, you just don't get to a place and you say, oh, I'm over that. Absolutely not. Not if you really love them and really care. But anyway, I feel that learning how to process and deal with that and get through that has equipped me to handle anything else in life. So if it's going to happen in my life, bring it on. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Right? Moving on. So we can go ahead and close this out. So ugly ass, pout mouth ass, liver lip ass, slew-footed, heavy foot ass Tasha can go to sleep. Cause she worked down there, she worked, for the federal government and shit. She gotta go to sleep, get up early and shit. So she could tell people good morning. Learn self-preservation. We kind of already talked about that, so I'm not gonna go into that one. Tracy Davis, thank you for that. Though self-preservation we talked about in a number of other topics and conversations. It's okay to be alone sometimes. We just talked about that. Reasons why toxic family members thinks it's okay to continue to try to be in your life after you've cut them off. We've also talked about that. Cutting ties from people, detoxing from people, not allowing people access to you, forgiving and letting go. All of that kind of ties into that. So we'll kind of leave that there. And then the last comment is from Vashti. Hey, Vashti, if you're on. Slow progress is still progress. Always move forward and celebrate even the small wins and don't compare yourself to others. Now, that's it. And that's a great place to close out. So, thanks, Deidre. I appreciate you. So, slow progress is still progress. It may take you 10 years to successfully achieve and accomplish your 5-year goal. And while it's only up to you to know whether that's okay or not, or that you're okay with that, know that if by chance it does take you 10 years on a 5-year plan, it was still achieved. It was still accomplished. You still did it, right? Now, don't ever get to a place where because something is taking, go lad. Don't ever get to a place where you're thinking because something is taking longer that you just need to abandon it. Unless you just need to. Because sometimes in life, right, our desires change, our dreams change, circumstances change. You know, you might have never saw yourself being a parent and now you got 2-3 damn kids. And so, you know, you've had to raise a child and you never thought that you'd be a single parent. And here you are now raising 3 children by yourself or, whatever it is. Shut up, Tasha, so I can focus. I'm finna turn the comments off now. So, there's going to be some things that's going to come up and maybe catch you off guard, and it may prolong your process. However, going through the process is still progress. I like that. Y'all make sure that y'all share that to y'all page, right? Make that a post. Make that post, Tyrus said, or tag me in it. Going through the process is still progress. Because sometimes, even though it takes a little longer, every win, everything that you achieve and accomplish during that process and going through it and trying to obtain it and working it out and all those good things, thanks, Tasha, is still progress. You're still achieving something, right? You're moving towards the ultimate goal of wherever it is that you're trying to go, whatever it is you're trying to obtain. And don't allow other people's timeline to become your own. Everything that we do in life should be according to us. And what we want and what we need, even if what we want and what we need is for someone else, even if what you want is so that your children can have this, or if you want to do this because you want your mama to have this, or you want to do this because you want to be able to help more people. I want to be a supervisor because I know that I can coach and develop and train people and all those things. Whatever it is. I love that. Thank you. Whatever it is that you want to obtain and that you want to do, it's still moving you. Whatever you're doing to get there is still moving you to there, right? And so don't allow someone else's timeline to become your own. And what I mean by that is just because Susan Maylicker next door got her new car because she went and got a CPN and bought some trade lines. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, and was able to finagle and finesse and was able to get hers. Don't mean that you got to go that same route and hurry up and get it because you wanted to have yours by the summer. And now here it is spring and you still got a couple more months before your credit update and get you. Thank you, Tanya. And to get you wherever it is that you want to be in life. Or what it is that you want to have. So, you feel like, oh, she done got hers. Let me hurry up and figure this shit out because now you're going to fuck up. See, if you rush along yourself, anything that comes easy isn't, or anything worth having doesn't come easy, right? It's worth fighting for. It's worth going through the process, sticking it out. And so what may have came easy, seemingly, for someone else, may not for you. And that's okay. Because I would much rather take my time and get it the right way and get all of the nuts and bolts in place and all that and have it and know that I did my absolute best and I got what I deserve. And everyone on here cash out $1. Thanks, Tanya. I appreciate you. She's officially my manager. I'm her client. Thank y'all so much. Again, the Cash App is at the bottom. It's pinned. I am Tyrus. Hashtag I am Tyrus. I appreciate it. If you want to Zelle or PayPal or Zelle, Pay, or Apple Pay. My phone number is 404-709-4130. Again, you can Google it. Google my name, and you can find my number. Thank you. It actually pops up first. So, know that no matter how long it takes you, if it's something that you really value and that you want to have, take your time. It's okay. And if at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. Okay. And so whatever it is that it's taking you to do, know that that's a part of your process. And so going through the process is still progress, okay? Y'all make a post about it, share that. Again, I want to close out. I don't want to be too disrespectful of your time. We're almost at an hour and a half. And so I'm going to leave it there. But thank y'all so much. Thank you, Sierra. I'm glad that this was something that you needed. No, they got PPPs, Cash App $20. Thanks, Patricia Johnson. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate all that you all continue to pour into my life as I pour into yours. Hopefully it's something that you all need, and I'm able to add value to your life. And if there's ever anything that I can do for any of you all, I will be more than happy to do my absolute best to do it as soon as possible, and as best as I can. Thanks, Nisi. I've enjoyed you being here. Thanks for joining the conversation and actively participating as well. I love you for free. It ain't nothing you can do about it. I tell people all the time, all these wreaths that I keep switching out on my front porch is from Raven Nisi Bell. So y'all make sure, y'all wreath lovers, make sure you hit her up. She is an awesome, creative, sweet, genuine soul. I love her so very much, and I call her my dear sweet sister. And so hit her up for wreaths. She can be inboxed, and she also has a page here on Facebook. So I'm going to try to read through some of these comments just in case anybody have any last minute comments or feedback or any of that good stuff. Nay, you'll be able to catch the replay. Also, I'm gonna drop some information tomorrow on a live that I'm doing on Thursday from the Tyrus-Tillmanshow. I have a special guest who I'm sure everyone is just going to be so excited to hear from and to see. And so he's going to be on the show, which will be streaming live from the Tyrus-Tillman Show as well as on YouTube simultaneously. And so those who... well, I guess not. If you haven't already, make sure that you go and like the Tyrus Tillman Show on Facebook, the Tyrus Tillman Show page. Make sure you like that so that you'll get a live notification when I do go live on Thursday at 7:30. No. Yeah, 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever. So anyway, more information about that will be launched on tomorrow. Also outlining who that special guest is and what we'll be talking about. So yeah, absolutely. Make sure that y'all tune in for that. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Thanks for the nightly talk. Really enjoyed it. Thanks, Portia. I'm glad that you did. Quinetta, I definitely needed and enjoyed. Thank you so much. Awesome advice and word tonight. So many things spoke to me. Awesome, Ashley. I'm so glad that it did. Y'all, that is my classmate, Ashley Bradburn, co-owner of, or general manager, I don't know what your official title is. She and her husband, Tony Bradburn, one of the awesome chefs, they have 24 catering service. Tanya Gordon McDay also has a catering service. They are some awesome minority business owners here in our area. Tiffany Carol Walltower, thank you. David Evans. Hey, David Evans. Much work, the process for progress. Toy. It was everything for me. You're always so inspiring and transparent. Well, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that so many of you all don't have issue listening to me. You know, sometimes people can get to talking about stuff that they ain't never been through. 9 times out of 10 have been through just about everything I talk about. And that's why I can genuinely talk about it. And, you know, so I'm honored that people value what I say. Like, that means so much to me, and I will never get over that feeling of excitement and joy and appreciation and humility that comes from that. So it means so much to me. You are a man of many words. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Sierra. I've been on Sierra for a very long time. We used to work together many, many moons ago. I love y'all too, Ashley. Tell Tony I still ain't forgot that bottle for him. But I mean, if you want to fight, I mean, shit, we can fight. I mean, shit, hey, bro. No, I'm kidding. So yes. Miltanya, thank you. Tasha, you so stupid. Hey, Vernita. If y'all need any cleaning, I got you. Just us cleaning service. Tyrus, I was washing dishes, watching and listening. Thanks for tuning in and joining Dominique. So she has a cleaning business, and if you all need cleaning services from her, she's available in the CSRA as well. And so that's all I have for tonight. Again, I don't want to hold anybody, and I want to be respectful of your time. So, I really don't have anything else to discuss or talk about. Everything else will follow tomorrow. So keep an eye out on all of my social media. I am on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, and of course Facebook. So you can follow me on any of those channels, and you can reach them also by going to Tyrustillman.com. I also have a biography on there for those of you who don't know me. If you'd like to hear some of my story or some of my background and so forth, venture over to Tyrustillman.com. That's Tyrus. Tillman. Well, it's kind of already there. But anyway, Tyrustillman.com, and you can check out some Tyrus Tillman logo, accessories, and products. You can check out my biography. You can get a link to all of my social media sites, and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, check me out. Join late pressing Juneteenth t-shirts, but you definitely blessed me. Well, I'm so glad that I could be a blessing. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. And so obviously it sounds like you make t-shirts. So if you all are in need of a Juneteenth t-shirt, I'm sure that you can hit up Angie Nicole. Good night, Niecy. I love you too. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close things out. So to give everyone an opportunity to catch the recap or to rewind and check out all that we discussed tonight. Again, before you go, if you find it not robbery, please hit share. Bloop, bloop, right there. Hit share. I would greatly appreciate it. It means so much to me. Sometimes whether you can sow into someone's life or buy a product or, or say a word or comment or any of those things, you can at least share, because sometimes the reach is everything. Sometimes, if you share, I share, and we share, you never know where that message can make its way to. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could share this video. I ain't begging for likes. I ain't begging for clout, because all of that is just there already. But if you could share the video, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can't do nothing else, damn, shit. How many times people got to damn say it? It should be at least 75 damn shares, because there has never been a moment where I ain't see at least 70 people watching. Damn, I just got mad all of a sudden. You do all that damn talking, and it's hot up under this damn road. It's hot, these damn bright ass lights on and shit in here. People got to ask you 17 damn times to share the shit. Damn it, I done got hot. But no, seriously, I'm serious. Hey, Lawson, what's going on, Chantel? Chantel, I ain't seen you in a long time. Please bless us with the song before you go. I don't know a song to sing. I don't have anything on my mind to sing. Now, look how you done flip. Yeah, honey, because I don't hear the air going. I never bring the fan in here because I don't like that sound vibrating in the background. So I done got hot. Hell. Thanks, Chris, for sharing. I appreciate you, brother. Our brothers in blue. Anything. I need thee, oh, I need thee every hour. Lord, I need thee. Oh, bless Bless me now, my Savior. Oh, come to thee. Oh, 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 bless me right now, my Savior. Oh, Lord, I come just as I am, Lord, I come. Whoa, Lord, I come to thee. Hey, Lord, and shine on me. Shine on me. Let your light from the lighthouse shine on. Lord, let it shine on me. Yeah. That's it. That's all. And good night. Deborah Johnson, I love you so very much. Lene, have I spoken to you? If I haven't, I'm sorry. Good evening, good night, and bye-bye. Don't forget, share the video and be a blessing if you so desire to do so. It's down there. Thanks, y'all. Good night. Love you too, Deidre. Bye-bye.